start. Shannon, what does this mean for Cam?
Man, Brian Hoyer got to be a cat. That Joe got 9. Man, that Joe got 100. He got more than 9 lives, kid. That Joe can't. They can't get rid of him. This means nothing for Cam because Coach Belichick has said Cam is the starter unless someone plays better than him. Now, Jarrett Stidham needs to be worried because, Skip, remember, that it was Steady. He loves some Steady, and all of a sudden, Steady didn't start. Even when Cam got COVID and missed the game, Steady didn't start.
Nope.
So I think it poses more of a threat for Steady than it does Cam. They drafted Mac Jones with the 15th pick. They re-signed Cam. They re-signed Brian Hoyer. So if I'm Jarrett Stidham, I'm a lot more concerned than I am Cam Newton. I don't believe Cam is going anywhere unless Mac Jones blows their socks off. Just comes in and is Peyton Manning. Picking up this system and navigating things, Cam starts the season.
Yeah, who was your favorite of the top 5 quarterbacks in the draft? It was Mac Jones by far and away, correct?
Yeah.
Shannon, I think you're looking at this upside down. This cannot be good news for Cam Newton. To me, I was shocked that they brought Brian Hoyer back, and it can only mean that Bill Belichick got his first look over the weekend, last 3 days, at Mac Jones in Foxborough, up close and personal, where you can actually see him on your practice field. And he loved what he saw, to the point that he reached back out to Brian Hoyer and said, I need you to come in and be the backup here and the big brother to Mac Jones.
No.
Because Cam doesn't play football the way Mac Jones plays football. They can't relate to each other.
But here's the thing, Skip. Tom Brady put pressure on Coach Belichick by going and winning the Super Bowl.
I got it.
He doesn't have the luxury of starting a rookie and all of a sudden missing the playoffs again.
What would please Bill Belichick more, winning with Cam or beating Tom Brady with the next Tom Brady, Mac Jones? That's what would please him the most.
But here's the thing, Skip. Yes, he would like to win with Mac Jones because that was the guy that he drafted.
Yep.
But he doesn't have that time. Brady has already left him and got married and happy. On the honeymoon. Brady's still on the honeymoon while you still in misery. You ain't found nobody that you can really date yet.
Help me out. How do you install an offense for Cam Newton for the first 5 or 6 games and then suddenly switch it midstream to an offense for Mac Jones? It's pretty hard to do on the fly.
Well, I just think the thing is, Skip, is that Cam can throw the football. I think it's just like what they did with Coach, when they had Tom Brady, they had Garoppolo, and they had Jacoby Brissett. All 3 of these guys' skill set was different. Give Josh McDaniels credit. He's a hell of an offensive coordinator. He's a terrible head coach, but he's a great OC. And so I think he'll find ways that, okay, this is what Cam really does well. This is what Mac is more prototypical, drop back Tom Brady. Cam is more mobile. You move the pocket a lot more, although you can move the pocket with Mac Jones because he shows some athleticism. I believe this is concerning for Jarrett Stidham, not Cam Newton.
I do not. I think he will hang on to Jarrett Stidham because his pride is wrapped up in Stidham.
It's too late now. He's already done, Skip.
He's going to hang on to him as the developmental 3rd quarterback. He needs Brian Hoyer, who would be a much better fit as the backup to Mac Jones than Cam would be. Cam's not a backup quarterback.
No, that's why Cam's going to start the season and get him off to this roaring start. Because he got to be there where they beat the brakes off your guy. We already got due on that.
On my guy?
Yeah.
My guy has cost you 94 cases of Diet Mountain Dew.
But he gonna give it back to me this year.
Not.
He gonna give me somebody back this year.
This is bad news for Cam Newton.
It ain't bad news.
Watch.
It's bad news for you.
Well,
when Cam
you love Mac Jones, so you're mixed emotions.
No, I ain't got no mixed emotions. I just need Cam in there and do what he normally does to a Brady-led team, like he's always done.
Okay.
Win.
And then hand the ball off to Mac Jones.
That might come at some point in time during the season.
In Foxborough, very interesting. Up next, guys. Can Westbrook and the Wizards upset the Celtics?
Yep.
Don't go anywhere. Junior, the deck texted him a couple minutes after he was drafted saying, quote, get ready to work. We're about to go light up the league. After signing a 4-year, $160 million contract extension this offseason, expectations are high for Dak and the Cowboys. So, Shannon, are you surprised Dak would text this to a 5th pick guy?
Yeah.
5th round pick guy.
Consider hell, he might not even be there on the team for them to light it up. I wanted Dak to text him, hey, bro, we about to win some games, so get ready. Hold up, last year, Dak played 5 games. He's 1-3. He got hurt in the 5th game. Were they lighting it up, Skip? I want Dak to do some of this without them empty calories. I want them to be ahead and he throw for 400. Not when they down by 22 and he throws for 400 and they lose. And Skip Bayless come out here on a Monday and talk about my guy is a warrior. He fought to the bitter end. The end result was the same thing.
Yep.
Casualty. Yes, y'all terrible. You're going to be terrible again. And again, let me reiterate for those that didn't hear me last week. The Dallas Cowboys will not win the NFC East. They will finish third in that division. And while you up here talking about lighting the scoreboard up, how about win some games? But you know what? People are gullible by nature. You know why? And there's no fan base more gullible than the Dallas Cowboys. You know why, Skip? Because Jerry Jones and players on that team come out every year. This is going to be our year. And those gullible, naive fans run out and buy all that paraphernalia. Super Bowl, baby. Have the little trophies made of tinfoil. Super Bowl, we're going to the Super Bowl. Cowboys, look at all the number one. No, you're not. You're not going anywhere anytime soon. And I need you and you to tell your fan base to get that out of their heads. They're not going to the Super Bowl. So will you repeat that for me? We're not going to the Super Bowl. Say it with me. We're not going to the Super Bowl. Because you're not.
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's your turn, and your team terrible.
If my rookies could play as big as they already talk, then we just might shock Tom Brady in the NFC Championship game and play the Cleveland Browns in the Super Bowl.
Oh, really?
We just might.
Oh, yeah.
If they could just live up to all this blah, 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 blah. I've never heard a rookie class talk so much, probably since your rookie class. Right?
Well, they get it from Jerry. Thank your owner for that, Skip.
Micah Parsons already talks like he's the best player on the defense, and you know what? He probably is.
He might be.
He just might be. And then my second rounder. My second rounder is known as Boss Man Fat, and he's made 6 rap albums. His name is Kelvin Joseph, and he's got a lot of talent, but boy, he talks a big game at cornerback.
He got more rap albums than interceptions.
He does, and let's hope that changes quickly. Then let's go to my third pick in the third round, Nashawn Wright out of Oregon State. He has already said publicly that he's a more agile, athletic Richard Sherman. Then he says he actually reached out to Sherm just to make sure Sherm was okay and understood why he was saying that. No. And he says that Sherm was cool with him. Well, the only reason Sherm is cool with that is because Sherm would also like to be a Dallas Cowboy and play for his former coordinator, Dan Quinn.
I don't know if he noticed this, but Sherm probably going to end up in Canton one day.
Probably he will. Which brings me to this young man. And Simi Fehoko played at Stanford, and he's 6'4", 220.
Yeah.
And reportedly at his pro day, he timed 4.37. I watched a couple of Stanford games just because I want to watch Davis Mills, because Davis Mills can play a little bit. Looks like he might be the starting quarterback for the Texans this year. I got to tell you that Fehoko never caught my eye one time because I don't think he plays nearly as fast as he times.
Right.
So the point,
how fast you say he ran?
4.37. That's what they said at 6'4", 220. So you say, wow.
He gonna be the fastest guy working at Goldman Sachs.
He might be. He just might be. I'm sure he's a smart young man. He went to Stanford.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, I got it. I got it.
Goldman
So
Sachs.
I'm going to reread this quote here again. He says, Dak texted me a couple of minutes after I was drafted, just telling me, quote, get ready to work. We're about to go light up the league. Timeout. You're telling me that my quarterback, who now has the highest signing bonus and the most guaranteed money in the history of the National Football League, stooped to text the 5th round pick in this draft, the 5th round pick, and say, hey, get ready because I need you to help me light up the league. I already have 3 receivers capable of going over 1,000 yards, and we know who those 3 are. And CeeDee Lamb was the prize of the draft for me a year ago, and Amari's still there, and Michael Gallup's still there. And remember, Blake Jarwin, whom Dak calls the best athlete on the team, I hope is back full speed after he tore up his knee. And maybe he's not Shannon Jarwin, but he's a pretty good Blake Jarwin.
Schultz played well.
And I agree. Another Stanford kid